Hey guys, it's Melanie. So last night I got a request from my subscriber, Erica, who is, I believe it's her cousin who's getting married this weekend, and Erica has agreed to do the makeup for the bridal party. So first off, I wish you luck. Godspeed. I hope there's not a lot of them. The bridal party can sometimes be really tough to deal with when you're doing wedding makeup because they're so squirrely. Like, they're just excited, and they're oftentimes having a lot of mimosas or bellinis, and they're just all over the place, and you're trying to get their makeup done because you have a timeline that you have to go by, and they're just like, pew, pew, like all over the place. So it's kind of like herding cats. So good luck with that. But Erica requested that I just share a really quick and easy look to use on kind of your average bridesmaid. So I'm going to do that using the Naked 2 palette because this is one of the palettes that Erica already owns. So I'm going to be pulling some colors from here. I already have the rest of my makeup done. So, sorry, I just got like out of the shower. So on the rest of my face, I kept it fairly neutral. Since I use mineral makeup, I just put on my Sarah McNamara Miracle Skin Transformer as my base today, and then used my Everyday Minerals over top, and did a tiny bit of contouring, and then just a nice kind of peachy pink blush. I find that is the most neutral. I wouldn't use anything too shimmery. I use the Everlasting Face Shaper Blush in Bellissima, and this was actually just a sample that I got from Sephora. But this is kind of a great universal peachy pink color. I put it on a little bit heavier than I normally do just because for photography purposes, you got to kind of oomph up the makeup just a little bit more. So, like I said, tiny bit of contouring, nice pop of color on the cheeks. The lips, fairly neutral, to keep with kind of the peachy, pinky range. I just went with some lip gloss, and this is Coral Reef from the Super Lustrous lip gloss line from Revlon, which, by the way, is being discontinued. So if you're wanting this color, go out and find it now. And then I already have my eyebrows done, so I'm going to go ahead and get started so that we can hopefully keep this nice and short, which never actually happens. So I'm going to start out by putting Foxy, the lightest color, all over my lid. And I'm just going to do one eye for you and then turn the camera off and show you the finished look. So make sure that you can hopefully see this. I'll see if this angle works. So I'm just putting that all over my lid and basically all over my eye area. And what this does, obviously use a primer. I used the Too Faced Shadow Insurance in Lemon Drop. Definitely use an eye primer, but I'm sure you already know that. So this just kind of is going to even out my lid and my entire eye area. I tend to have a little bit of discoloration just in terms of some veins and a little bit of redness. So anything that I can do to cancel that out is going to be a good thing. So then I'm going to go into Booty Call, which is the slightly shimmery light shade. And I'm just going to put a little bit on that same brush. So really not very much, and I'm going to put that underneath the brows. So just highlighting that brow area with a tiny bit of shimmer. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a shader brush, and this is just an e.l.f. one. And I'm going to go in with the color Booty Call, so the one that we just put right below the lid, and or right below the brows, and I'm actually going to put that on my lid. So with the bridal party, usually I do a very neutral look on them because I don't want the bridesmaids to basically outshine the bride in any kind of way. So I tend not to do really outrageous makeup unless it's specifically like requested by the bride that all the bridesmaids have like a smoky eye, or you know, if it's like a theme type wedding where the makeup does have to be a little bit more flashy. Otherwise, I just keep it really neutral. I obviously tend to try to make sure that the colors look flattering on the bridesmaids, but I kind of tend to do the same on all of them. Just kind of switching out certain colors here and there if their skin tone, you know, is just slightly different and looks better either with warmer or cooler colors. So once you have that on the lid, take a blending, I was going to say shader. Take a blending brush and go in with the color Tease, right there. And just get that on your blending brush. Get a fair amount because it's a pretty neutral color. Tap that into the brush, just kind of like that, and then put that in the crease. So just really work it into the crease, and you're just adding a little bit of definition by doing this. If Tease doesn't really look flattering on their skin tone, I would say within this same palette, you could maybe substitute, oh, it's hard. I would try to find a matte, let me finish my thought here and then tell you about substitutions. But normally I can get away with using Tease on pretty much everybody, so you should be able to make it work. So build it up a little bit more on the outer corner. Get a little bit more if you have to. Plop that in there until you have something that looks roughly like that. Go back in with Booty Call and brighten up that lid again if you brushed most of that shimmer away. So you've got a little bit of shimmer and you've got a little bit of matte. So it's nice and balanced. It doesn't look too flashy. Again, go in. And what's nice with this is that the fallout is pretty minimal from both of these colors, so you should just be able to like brush it away fairly easily. Then take a pencil brush, if you have one, like I do. It's like I don't have a pencil brush. Awesome. And go into Tease again and put that on the lower lash line. Concentrate the majority of the color on the outer 2/3. And work it the rest of the way in. My eye was watering a little bit, so the color is wanting to stick. Again, always make sure that you blend that under eye area pretty well. Fair warning, most people's eyes like tend to water a little bit when you're doing this, so give people a break if you start to see the water kind of pooling in their eyes, or the tears, I guess I should say. Okay, so then you've got something that looks roughly like that. We're going to keep going just using this palette because it's going to be easiest. Take a, where are all of my brushes? Okay, there we go. Take an angled, just liner brush like this. This one is just from Coastal Scents, and you're going to go into the color Blackout. Put a little bit on there. Make sure that you tap off a little bit of that excess, and then smudge that into the upper lash line. So just really, really close to the lash line. And what this will do is it provides just a little bit of definition, and it obviously provides that little bit of darkness there if you're going to be putting false lashes on the ladies. I always use false lashes just because, I don't know, it really does help the eyes pop when you are taking pictures. And you can just pick up some really natural lashes. Like, I like the Kiss 03 lashes. Those are my favorite. I use those on brides. I use them on bridesmaids. They're nice because they're kind of, you've got some long ones in there, you've got some short ones, so they provide a good amount of volume and a little bit of length. And they're pretty universally flattering. So you can pick up, like, I think it's a 6-pack. It's either like a 5 or a 6-pack at Walmart for like $9.99. So they're usually pretty inexpensive too. And use dark lash glue. Get the Duo Dark. I don't know why people use clear lash glue. Okay, so then you've got that nice black line there. You can certainly smudge it out a little bit more if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and use mascara. I'm not going to put on false lashes today, but I'm going to use the Almay One Coat Get Up and Grow and the Almay Intense Eye Color Volumizing Mascara in Plum. So I'm going to put these on, finish this eye so that we look finished. And I'll come back and show you the final look and try to think of any more helpful tips. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so back with the finished look. So I'm going to scoot in kind of close so that you can hopefully see. The lighting here always is a little bit tricky because it's so bright. So I don't know if you'll really be able to tell the true colors, but basically what you're going for is a really kind of pale lid, a little bit of color in the crease, some definition on the lash line, a little bit of that crease color on your lower lash line, and then just mascara, 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 or mascara and some false lashes. So, like I said, I'm not doing false lashes today, but I just loaded up on some mascara and it still looks pretty good with just mascara. So if you don't want to do false lashes on the ladies, I think you'll be okay. I would suggest maybe if you are new to doing makeup on other people, let people do their own mascara, and then if you need to kind of go back and clean up. Sometimes I encourage people to do their own mascara if they are jumpy, because the last thing you want is someone like pulling away from you or moving around when you have a weapon in your hand. I mean, if you scratch somebody's eyeball with a bristly mascara wand, you're going to piss them off. So maybe let people do their own mascara if you're not comfortable with it, and then just go back and kind of clean up any smudges that they may create. And that's usually pretty easy to do with just a Q-tip and then going over with your blending brush again. So again, blend, blend, blend. That's really important. You don't want any harsh lines. I prefer a softer blended look. So that's just kind of my thing, but I mean, if you like more of a harsh like line, then stick with that, but I just prefer the more blended look. In terms of alternatives, I cannot for the life of me remember the other palettes that you said you had, but again, for this particular look from the Naked 2 palette, I used Foxy, Booty Call, Tease, and Blackout as my liner. If you happen to have the Naked 1 palette, or just color similar to what I'm going to show you here, you can do Virgin on your lid, and then also a little bit of Virgin underneath your brows. You can either do Naked or Buck in the crease. I would say if somebody's really fair, Naked might be a good option. Buck for anyone who is in the light to medium to even dark skin tone range, that should probably work. And then from here you can also use Creep or go in with Blackout from Naked 2 for your liner. So basically just kind of gear it towards their skin type. If somebody has more yellow or warmer tones in their skin, I would tend to probably maybe lean towards using warmer colors like Buck and Naked. If somebody has a little bit more pink in their skin, I would maybe go with the Tease, because cooler colors tend to look a little bit better on pink undertones. So, however, if you only want to bring this one with you, you can make it work from in here. If you really wanted to, you could probably use Snakebite, just because that is a little bit of a warmer color in the crease, and maybe just trade out the Booty Call on the lid for Foxy, so that you have, again, that balance of the matte and that little bit of shimmer. What else? Touch-ups, if you are going to touch up, basically just bring some tissue with you, and the most that you should have to do is just kind of help the bridesmaids blot their makeup. Maybe bring a little bit of a pressed powder that you can touch up with in case there's any tears or anything like that. Obviously, you probably want to use waterproof mascara. This is available in waterproof. I do recommend, if you are using one mascara on multiple people, that you get the disposable mascara wands, and you can just find those at Sally's. Try to be as hygienic as possible. Clean your brushes between your clients. And let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Let the bride obviously be the star, and if you're doing her makeup as well, really spend more time with her and you know, kind of deepen everything up a little bit more. And if you have time, maybe do a trial run today if you haven't done that already. It's good to just practice beforehand, because you really don't want to like have the bride be like, ugh, I hate these colors, or I hate this look the day of the wedding, because it's a lot trickier when you're working with a timeline to change things at the last minute. So that being said, again, I wish you all the luck, and I hope that the bridesmaids have their listening ears on, and that they just sit right down in the chair so you can get your job done and move on to the next one. So, if you have any questions, leave me a comment below, and I'm going to be recording a few more videos today, so you'll see me quite a bit. Stella will be in at least one of them. I think she's going to be in my weekly favorites, because she has a favorite that she would like to share with you guys. So, I'm going to go blow dry my hair and get about my day. So, see you guys later.